Welcome back, everyone. I just finished dinner and I ran out of the pickled red onions, so I'm gonna replace those tonight. And this is all you need. I'm gonna get 3 of these, some sugar, some kosher salt, some red pepper flakes, and some peppercorns, as well as some distilled white vinegar. I've tried it with apple cider vinegar, some white distilled vinegar, rice wine vinegar. They're all good, but I'm just gonna do a basic one today. So first, we're just gonna break down the red onion. I like to just cut it in half like this, and then for the shape of my pickled onions, I'll just lay the inside face down and make some half moons. So, just so this is a quick video, I will clean up all these onions and slice them into half moons so you guys don't have to watch me cut all 3 onions, and I'll be back soon. All right, see ya. I haven't even started slicing the half moons. I can feel like I'm gonna cry already. All right, back to it. All right, welcome back. And I just turned up the heat on the water. It's been sitting medium for a while, but I just wanted it to be ready to be boiled when you are all watching, so this video isn't too long. And I'm now on the verge of tears, and I'm gonna boil these onions for about a minute because I noticed that the one time I forget to boil it and pickle it just as it is raw, that bite stays. The bite of that red onion stays, and it is way too potent. It's not enjoyable. So I always just boil them for about a minute and then just strain them in here, put them in the jars, and that's right. We have to get the brine ready. So for the brine, you do equal parts vinegar and water. So I'll just do this over here so I don't spill. You can do equal parts vinegar and water, and then to that, with the amount I'm doing, I add a tablespoon, maybe a little over a tablespoon of sugar. I spilled a little vinegar there. That's okay. I'll clean it up later. And about a teaspoon of salt. And that's all. It's very simple. Easy, quick, and delicious. Done with that. All right, let's just heat it up in this little pan. Get the sugar, get the salt. Here we go. Yeah, gotta make sure we know this is sugar. That was from my mom. All right. A little tablespoon here. Yeah, a little more. Tablespoon and and then a teaspoon of salt. You guys might notice I got a GoPro. It's not how I wanted to get it. I bought it off Facebook Marketplace and none of the batteries worked. They wouldn't last more than 5 minutes, but you know, whatever. That's what you get buying stuff off Facebook Marketplace. So got the battery and it's all good. Here we go. How's the water doing? Almost there. All right, let's start to let this do its thing. Let me get a spatula. I just want this to dissolve. The salt and sugar should be dissolved in the brine, so it's just a homogeneous solution. It doesn't take too long, only a minute or two. Especially if you heat it up really high, but doesn't really matter, especially if you're not in a rush. But I've got a test that's open right now. It's due at 9 a.m. tomorrow. It's been open since 9 a.m. today, and it's really difficult. Even though it's a group test, there's no straight answer. It's for comparative neuroanatomy. And it's our first test like this. We're on week 6 of 10. It does not feel like that. I feel like I haven't even really done anything. We're already over halfway through the quarter, but I guess that could be a good thing. I don't know. Oh well. Delicious. Shall we just take a bite of this? No. No. Yeah, I love these pickled onions. I have them on everything. You can have them on avocado toast, tacos. I'm thinking about making some barbacoa and making some barbacoa tacos. I literally just blanked on the name. Brisket. We've got some brisket in the freezer from Butcher Box, so that's gonna turn into barbacoa at some point, hopefully this weekend. So it's good on avocado toast. It's great on tacos. I have it with like basically everything. I put it on rice bowls. It's always delicious. When I have my guac and chips, like from last video, you guys didn't see, but I actually did pull out those pickled onions and ate them with it. All right, it's almost there. I'll let you guys skip ahead until when there's a rolling boil, and then we'll toss these guys in, and hopefully they all fit. I don't have any pot that's bigger than this. This is the only one I have, so maybe I'll have to upgrade at some point. All right, see you soon. We're now at a rolling boil, and I'm just gonna toss these in. I really don't want to splash myself. And it's definitely not all going at the same time. Doesn't really matter. You're just going for about a minute in here. That's enough to get rid of a lot of the potency. And hopefully it all fits. If not, we'll do it in batches if we have to. Let me get some tongs. We'll mix this around. Oh, we're like right at the limit. All right, let me just set a timer for 1 minute. And all right, okay. Let's just scoop the rest of this in here. It'll be fine. We're right at the limit. That's where I like to push it. All right, 1 minute on the clock. I like to just kind of break up the pieces a little bit and try to get everything under the water. Oh man, this is a lot. It's gonna be great, because I mean I ran out of that last batch in I think a week. So now we'll make 2 jars this time. And it'll last 2 weeks. And there goes the timer. All right, you can stop beeping now. I'll give it an extra few seconds just for the last bits that got dropped in later. All right, and then you're just gonna, strain this in the colander in the sink. And be careful because it's boiling water. All right, good enough. Let's 2-hand it. Perfect. Worked out. Let's grab these last ones. Good enough. Don't need those. All right, there you go. There's your boiled red onions. Very appetizing, I know. All right, next, get your jars open. Mine already clean, they're brand new, washed them. Pop the seal, and don't do that. And then I'm just gonna bring the colander over to the cutting board. Get some of the water out, and good. All right, then you just load up your jars as much as you can. Ooh, that's hot, that's hot, that's hot, ow. And I didn't film this, I didn't show you guys, but I tried to make sauerkraut because I've never had it and it looks interesting, so I tried to make a little batch. It's super easy. I mean, you just weigh out the cabbage and then get 3% salt, put it in the jar, and I filled up a little Ziploc bag with water and placed it on top of the cabbage in the jar so that it doesn't touch the air and there's no risk of contamination while it ferments. And then you just wait 2 weeks and you've got sauerkraut. So I'm excited to just try it. And probably, I think, a week and a half we got left to go. But I always say hi to it every morning, you know. Gotta burp it so that the jar doesn't explode and I got sauerkraut mess all over the cabinets. Alright, with some raw human strength and the power of 1,000 suns, we were able to fit the rest of these guys into these 2 jars. And now, all we have to do is pour the pickling brine over the onions. And that is all. And then I'll clean up these jars, label them with the date, and toss them in the fridge. I'm just going to set these in here. I can see this is still steaming. And I do not want to burn myself. So here we go. Alright, that's loaded. And that's loaded. Alright, we definitely got some extra brine because I packed these so tight. And that'll just have to go to waste, but oh well. Okay, it's not that hot. Alright, be careful. Be careful. We're dripping. We're dripping. We're dripping. We're dripping. Back to the cutting board. Nice big mess. Hopefully you guys will find a better way to do this than I have. But, you know, we'll end up at the same result, so that's okay. Then put a lid on them. Oh, nice and overflowing. Okay, well, screw it on tight. And voila, a big mess that you have to clean up. And some pickled red onions that you'll have in a few days' time. And they're going to be delicious. So I hope you guys enjoy. Have a good one. Wait, scratch that. Scratch that. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Don't worry. I forgot. The whole reason I had these out here, I remember I said last time in the guac video that I forgot to put these in here. And I'm not even gonna bother trying to mix them into the bottom, but maybe they'll work their way down there as I eat them. So let's get a few black peppercorns and a few crushed chili flakes for spice. Oh yeah. Always forget something. All right. Now we're done.